welcome back, or welcome to the channel, Heterogeneity Rocks, where variety is king. Hope that you're doing well. Hope that you've had some good time off. In part one, we went over the MIG welding machine that I have, that particular brand. So we went over the MIG wire. I referenced the video that I have on replacing your MIG wire, so you can check that out, how to set that up, what to look for, what not to do. We went over some settings on that machine and wire feed and stuff like that. But remember, in part one, I told you you're going to have to experiment with the machine that you buy. This is for the beginner. This is for the guy that never welded before, not a guy that's going to be certified. Okay, so you'll have to experiment with that with your machine. I just wanted to reiterate that. So this one, part two here, is going to be quick, I hope. I'm going to try and stay on course. First of all, you need a angle grinder. For those that are in Canada, you'll see where this is coming from. I have a video on this one, so please, if you're at the store and you see it, just watch the video that I have on this. Is quick, and before you buy this particular one, it can be corded or cordless. This one is a 4.5 inch, meaning the 4.5 inch size of disc that I use on this machine. Again, you should have some flap wheels. This one is 120 grit, but you can get them 60, all kinds, 60, 80, whatever. Definitely pick yourself up some sandpaper flat disc for your angle grinder. You'll probably get a couple of these. They're thick, and it says they're cutting disc, but they're more for grinding, I find. They're pretty thick. So you need some of these for if you're going to grind a lot of surface and dig in there. This is what I prefer. It's the 3/16 thick cutoff wheels, and they wear out fast, but they make quick work, and you don't get as many sparks and stuff like that. But I just really like these. That's my preference, and you don't lose as much material when you're cutting multiple pieces, if that's a concern. You need a manual wire brush, chipping hammer. You'll need to chip away your slag. This one is just the one that came with the kit. I have a better one, but I just find I use this one most often because of my arthritis. It kind of helps. It's easier to hold on to. It's not heavy. It's a manly thing, but you'll need one of these. Pick yourself up, if you don't already have them, pick yourself up some C-clamps, some metal, right? Because you're going to be welding, so get some metal ones. Gloves, definitely get yourself good quality welder's gloves. Depending on the machine you're buying, you probably get you'll get a roll of wire and a pair of gloves and a little shield thing, right? But as you can see, the fingers are melted on this thing, but still works great. As you can tell, this one is perfect. Because I'm right-handed, I'm always holding stuff with my left. Magnets. Do yourself a favor. When you pick up your welder, whatever one you're buying, make sure you pick up some of these. Don't even come home without it. If you're spending $500 on a cheap welder, what's another $30 for to pick up a couple of these, right? Put it on your material. You got a 45. You can put it like this and put another piece here. It holds it for you. It gives you a 90. You got a 290 small pieces here if you're putting small pieces together. And they come in different sizes. S2 there. They really come in handy. I wouldn't use them for a fridge magnet, but they come in good, come in handy for welding. Next, wire cutters. You should have this because you know, every time you weld, if you've got a fair size weld, or you're going to weld, stop, chip away the slag, have a look at your process, and you're going to start again. So you want to clip off that melt. You don't have to, but it just makes it easier to start. And if you clip off that little melted ball on the end of your wire, so you'll need that. This next one is optional, but I thought I'd include it because it's very simple to make, and it comes in handy. So when you learn a little bit about welding, you could make one of these. As you can see, he's like a drunk guy leaning, right? But I've pounded on this. This is well used. I needed some help. I only got 2 hands, and I seen someone on YouTube making what they call the third hand, the helping hand, something like that. I made my own version of it out of some rebar, but how it works, I don't know if it'll work with this because this is rounded, but it does a pretty good job. So say you got a piece of metal, got it there, it keeps it there for you. If you're dealing with heavier material, you might want to weld on a couple of pieces of weight of some sort here, some nuts, whatever you want to use to have more weight to keep it up. This has worked for me for what I do. Say you had a piece you're going to weld on, you tack, and you could just take your piece and finish. So it's optional, but really nice to have, and it's easy to make. Easy. A helmet. This one here is, I think ours or something. You don't have to buy this brand again, but this is auto darkening. And if you're going to buy a helmet, go with the auto darkening. It's just so much better. You don't have to flip up your helmet all the time. When you stop welding, it goes clear. But you can get by with the one that comes with the kit. A lot of the times it's just a handle with a shield, but you lose one of your arms, right? Sometimes you need 2 hands to work. This one has the grind, and it goes from shade 9 to 13. You can adjust the sensitivity, delay, meaning if you're welding with somebody next to you or something like that, when you're trying to set something up, when they strike their weld, the flash is not going to set your helmet off. You can mess with the settings a bit. When I'm welding, I seem to go for this model or design. It's auto darkening, but it flips up, and it's the goggles. I don't know why especially for small jobs, I always end up putting these on, and they work great. There's a battery into them as well, but yeah. Now for large jobs, it's just more comfortable wearing your helmet. That's about it for the tools you will need. But if you're doing a lot of grinding, which you will be doing, is a shield. If you don't have one of these that's got the grind feature, get yourself a shield, or at least goggles, safety goggles or something like that, because you're going to be doing some grinding.